Hello students, welcome to Ecom IAS Academy. In this video, I am going to explain you the solutions for the CSAT examination held recently. So let's get into it. So particularly, I am dealing with set A. So let's get into it. What is the value of x in the sequence of 20, 10, 10, 15, 30, 75 and x? So if you see here, the difference is into 0.5 and here this is into 1. So the difference is 0.5. So here it should be into 1.5 and here it is into 2, here it is 2.5 and here it is 3. So the answer would be 75 into 3 and it is 225. So option D is the right answer. So let's get into the second question. Two friends X and Y start running and they run together for 50 meters. So 50 meters they run together in the same direction and reach a point. X turns right and runs 60 meters. So this is X and he turns right and runs for 60 meters. This is X. And while Y turns left and runs for 40 meters. This is Y and he runs left and runs for 40 meters. Then X turns left. This is X. So this is his left. X turns left and runs for 50 meters and stops. While Y turns right and runs for 50 meters. Then he is asking how far are the two friends from each other now. So this would be the distance. This would be the distance between X and Y, which is 40 plus 60. 40 plus 60, which is 100 meters. So the answer is A. Next question. A bill of rupees 1840 is paid in the denominations 50, 20, 10 notes and 50 notes in all used. So he is telling 50 notes are used in total. Consider the following statements. So for this question we have to go through the options. So 25 notes of 50 rupees are used. So we will see. First option, 25 into 50. It amounts to 1250, right? And the bill is of 1840. How many of the notes are remaining in total? He is using 50 notes. So 25 is already used. So remaining is 25. And the denominations are 50, 20 and 10. So if we use 25 into 20, it amounts to 500. So which is less than 1840. So option 1 is not applicable. Okay. So let's go to the option 2. So 35 notes into 20. 20 rupees of 35 notes, which amounts to 700. So remaining how many notes are there? 15 notes are there. If you take 15 into 50 also, you will get 750. Which is 1450, again less than 1840. So option 2 is also wrong. So let us try with the option C. So 20 notes into 10 rupees, which amounts to 200. And remaining how many notes are there? 30. If we go with 50 denomination also into 50, which is 1500. It amounts to 1700, again less than 1840. So this is also wrong. So what is the question here? The question is, which of the following is not correct? So D option 1, 2, 3. Both all of 1, 2, 3 are not correct. So let's go to the next question. Which number amongst 2 power 40, 3 power 21, 4 power 18, 8 power 12 is the smallest? Before knowing this, we have to know a power m into n formula. Okay. So 4 power 18 and 8 power 12 we can write in two denominations. Like 4 power 18 we can write as 2 power 2. 4 we can write as 2 power 2 whole power 18. Right. So it is 2 power 2 into 18, which is 2 power 36. So this we can write as 2 power 36. And coming to 8 power 12, we can write 8 as 2 power 3. So 8 power 12 is equal to 2 power 3 into 12, which is 2 power 36 again. So 4 power 18 is equal to 8 power 12, right? So coming to 2 power 40. 2 power 40 and 2 power 36. In both of this, which is highest number? This one, right? 2 power 40 and 2 power 36 mein 2 power 36 is smallest. He is asking me the what is the smallest among all these, right? So let's check with now 2 power 36 and 3 power 21, right? In this I am writing this as 2 power 3 into 2 power 3 into 2 power 3. When you see the denominations of 3 power 21 and 2 power 36, 3 power 21 is always smallest. So that is B option. 3 power 21 is the right answer. He is asking which of the following is smallest. So it is 3 power 21. Next question. If the order of letters in the English alphabet is reversed and each letter represents the letter whose position it occupies. He is telling me to reverse the sequence of the alphabets. Let us write the sequence of the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Right? So, one of the following represents Lucknow. Is asking the reverse of order of the Lucknow. For that you have to be known this order, right? So for L, what is in the reverse order? O. For U, what is in the reverse order? F. For C, what is in the reverse order? It is X. For K, what is in the reverse order? It is P. For N, what is in the reverse order? It is M. For O, what is in the reverse order? It is again L. For W, it is D. So the sequence is O, F, X, P, M, L, D, and D is the right option. Next question. In the tournament of chess having 150 entrants, he is telling there are 150 entrants, right? A player is eliminated whenever he loses a match. Okay. So 150 entrants in the chess, we have 2 players, right? So 150 entrants, 75 matches, right? And in every match, one of the player has been eliminated. So 150 entrants may 75 matches. So one of the player will eliminate from each match. So remaining entrants would be 75 players, right? 75 players will play for 34 matches and 1 player, right? In these 34 matches, 34 players would be eliminated. So remaining is 34 players, right? Plus 1 player. So these will, which is 35 players, right? In total. For this, we have to go through the matches. 34 players will play how many matches? 34 by 2, right? So it is 17 matches. Plus 1 player would be there. So from these 17 matches, from each match, one of the player is eliminated. So 17 players would be remaining. Plus 1 player, which is this 1 player, which amounts to 18 players in total. These 18 players will play 9 matches, right? From these 9 matches, 9 would be eliminated and the 9 would be remaining, 9 players. So 9 players will play 4 matches, which is 8 players in total plus 1 player remaining, right? So in these 4 matches, 4 would be eliminated and remaining players would be 4 players. 4 players would be remaining plus 1 player, which is this, right? So total 5 players we are getting. So these 5 players will play 2 matches plus 1 player is remaining, right? From these 2 matches, 2 persons would be eliminated, right? And the remaining is 2 players plus 1 player. In this 3 players, 1 match would be there plus 1 player, right? In this 1 match, 1 player would be eliminated. So total we get 2 players, 1 is out of this and 1 player this. So they will play 1 match, right? So in total what are they are asking, how many matches are played in the entire tournament. So count the matches. They are 75 plus 34 plus 17 plus 9 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 and plus 1, right? It amounts to 149 matches. So 149 is the right answer. Let's go to this second question. How many 3-digit natural numbers? So how many 3-digit natural numbers without repetition of digits are there such that each digit is odd and number is divisible by 5? In this question, the conditions are it should be 3-digit number and it should be odd number and no repetition possible, and it should be divisible by 5. So what is the divisibility rule of 5? The number should be ending with 0 or 5, and 0 is an even number. So 0 is not possible. So the number should be divisible by 5. Okay. If you take, and it is a 3-digit number, you have to take from 100, right? So 100 is not possible because 0 is even number. So 105 we will take. It satisfies all the restrictions. So this is odd number 1 and this is even number. Look at it. So 0 is not possible. So 115, this is also not possible because 11 is repetitive. So in this sequence, 2 is not possible. The number starting with 2 is not possible. The number starting with 4 is not possible. The number starting with 6 is not possible. The number starting with 8 is not possible, right? Because these are even numbers. So let us discuss the numbers possible with odd numbers. What are they? 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9, right? So 1, with 1 what all are possible? 1, 3, 5 possible, right? 1, 7, 5 is possible. 1, 9, 5 is possible, right? Only 3 of them. With 3 what are possible? 3, 1, 5 is possible. 3, 3, 5 again is not possible because 3, 3 are repeating. So 3, 5, 5 is also not possible. So 3, 7, 5 is possible and 3, 9, 5 is possible, right? These 3 are possible. And if you come to 500s, everything is repetitive of 5. 505, 515 and this 5 is repetitive. So this is not possible. 500s are not possible. Now let's go to 700s. 715 is possible, right? 735 is possible, right? Again 775 is not possible because 7 and 7 are repeating. 795 is possible, right? Okay. Let's come to 900s. 915 is possible, 935 is possible and 975 is possible. So total how many are possible? 1, 3, 3, 3, 3. Total 12 is possible. So 12, B is the right answer. Next question. The increase in the price of certain item was 25%. Let me think, let 100, I think the price of an item is 100. Okay. In 100, he is telling it was increased by 25%. What is 25% of 100? It is 25, right? So plus 25. The resultant is 125. Then the price was decreased by 20%. The price was again decreased by minus 20%. So 20% of 125 is minus 24, right? Sorry, 25. So it again come to 100. And then he said, then again it was increased by 100. So it increased by 10%, which is plus 10. It comes to total 110. What he is asking, what is the resultant increase in the price? So 100 to 110, what is the resultant increase? It is plus 10%, right? So the option is B. Let's go to the next question. The letters A, B, C, D and D are arranged in such a way that there are exactly 2 letters between A and E. How many such arrangements are possible? So there are 5 numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he is telling there are exactly 2 letters in between A and E. So it is possible A and E, right? We can write this as, here we can take another number A and E. There are exactly 2 letters between A and E. So this is 2 possibilities, and another 2 possibilities are, we can shift the letters, right? So we can write it like this: E, exactly 2 numbers and 1 more. So 2 before 1 letter and A. So here we have 3 options, 3 letters we have, which is 3 factorial. What is 3 factorial? 3 into 2 into 1, which is 6, right? Here also we have 3 factorial. Here also we have 3 factorial possibility. Here also we have 3 factorial possibility. So total 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Total we are getting 24. How many arrangements are possible? 24 arrangements are possible. The answer is C. Next question. Consider the questions and 2 statements given below. Okay. Z is brother of X. The question they are asking is Z is brother of X. Let us go to the statements. X is brother of Y. So X is, I am representing a male character as minus. Okay. X is brother of Y, right? And Y is brother of Z, and Y is also male and it is brother of Z. X, Y, Z are siblings. X, Y, Z are siblings. The question is X brother of Z? In these statements, they are not given the gender of Z. So we are unaware of the Z's gender. So statement 1 alone sufficient? No. 2 alone sufficient to answer the question? No. 1 and 2 are sufficient to answer the question? No. 1 and 2 are not sufficient to answer the question. Yes, both of the statements are not sufficient to answer the questions, because in both the statements they have not given the gender of Z. So answer D. D is the right answer. Next question. On one side of a 1.101 kilometers long road, it is 1.101 kilometers. So it is 1010 meters, right? 101 plants are planted at equal distance. If it is 101 plants, the gaps would be 100 gaps, right? 1 gap second plant, so gap third plant, like that we will get 100 gaps. What is the total distance between 5 consecutive plants? So 100 plants, 100 gaps if you get in 1010 meter, we will calculate 1 gap. 1 gap is equal to 1010 meters by 100, which is 1.01 meters, right? For every 1.01 meters there is a gap, right? So what he is asking, what is the total distance between 5 consecutive plants? So 5 consecutive plants, 4 gaps would be there, right? So 5 plants, 4 gaps. So 4 into 1.01, which is 40.4 meters. So answer D is right answer. Let's go to the next question. A, B, C are three places such that there are three different roads from A to B. So A to B, there are three different roads. So from B to C, there are from A to B, there are three different roads and four different roads from B to C. So B to C, there are four different roads and three different roads from A to C. So A to C also, there are three different roads. So what is he asking here? In how many different ways can one travel from A to C using these roads? So A can travel from B and then C, right? It is 3 combination and 4. Okay, and or it is just because or A can travel A to C in this way also through 3 different ways. So it is plus 3 combination. Okay, it is 3 into 4, which is 12, plus 3, which is 15 ways. Okay, C is the right option. Next question. A has coins. Okay, he gives half of the coins and 2 more to B. B gives half of the coins and 2 more to C. C gives half of the coins and more to D. The number of coins D has now is the smallest 2-digit number. How many coins does A have in the beginning? So for this question, we have to go in a reverse manner. So what he is telling, D has smallest 2-digit number. What is the smallest 2-digit number? It is 10, right? I am writing A, B, C, D. D has smallest 2-digit number. Okay. What he said, C gives half of the coins and more to D. So more to I am deleting. So what is A? This is the half of the coins which C has. So C has 8 into 2, which is 16, right? So C has 16 coins. So what he is telling, B gives half of the coins and 2 more to C. So I am deleting that 2 more. Resultant is 14. This 14 is the half of the coins which B has given to C, right? So B coins would be 14 into 2, which is 28, right? So what he is telling, A has given half of the coins and 2 more to B. So I am deleting 2 more from B also, which results in 26. These are the half of the coins which A has given to B. So A must be having the double the coins, 26 into 2, which is 52, right? The answer is D. So let's go to the next question. In the series of A, B, C, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, if you see this sequence, there is a sequence A, B, A, B, C, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E. It is the first, here we have one letter, here we have 2 letters, here have 3, 4 and 5. It is first and natural numbers. So which letter appears at the 100th place is asking. So let us go with n into n plus 1 by 2. Let's go with 13. N in 13 into 13 plus 1 by 2, which is 13 into 14 by 2, which is 13 into 7 is 96. So 13th term we have 91 letters, sorry. So if you want 100th place letter, we have to go to 14th term, right? 14th term. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. So 100th letter is I. So answer is C. Okay. Let's go to the next question. 3 persons A, B, C are standing in a queue, not necessarily in the same order. There are 4 persons between A and B. Let's assume there are 4 persons between A and B. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And 7 persons between B and C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. C, right? If there are 11 persons head of A head of C, let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is not a possibility. So let's go to the some other possibility. We'll first place B. Okay. 4 persons between B and A and B. So B, 4 persons and A. Between A and B there are 4 persons and 7 persons between B and C. 4, 5, 6, 7 and C. Okay. If there are 11 persons ahead of C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? And 13 behind A. Behind A there should be 13. 1, 2, 3 and 10. 13. So let's check what could be the minimum number of persons in the queue. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and plus 10. It is 22. So the answer is 22. If in the options there are less than, there is no option which is less than 22. So the option would be 22. Okay. Let's go to the next question. What they are saying, P, Q, R is T and U are in 6 members of the family. R is the spouse of Q. Okay. R is the spouse of Q. U is the mother of T. U is a male. I am representing male as plus. She is the mother of T. And S is the daughter of U. And S is the daughter. Daughter I am representing, female I am representing with plus. S is the daughter of U. P's daughter is T. Where is P? So P's daughter is T. So T is also female. So P is a spouse of U, right? If U is a female, P is a male, right? And R's son is P. R's son is P. So P is an R. R and Q are couple and R's son is P. Okay. There are 2 couples in the family. Okay. One is R and Q and other one is U and P. What they are asking, which one of the following is correct? Q is grandfather of T. We don't know the gender of R and Q. So we can't tell this. Q is grandmother of T. We don't know the gender of R and Q. So this also eliminated. R is mother of P. Again R, we don't know the gender. So this is eliminated. T is the granddaughter of Q. Yes. T we know the gender. She is a female and she is the granddaughter of Q. So option D is the right answer. Next question. Consider the question in 2 statements given in respect of 3 cities P, Q and R in a state. So the question is, how far is city P from city Q, right? Let's go to the statements. City Q is 18 kilometers from city R. So Q to R, it is 18 kilometers, right? In statement 2, P is 43 kilometers from city R. From city R, P is 43 kilometers, right? These are the 2 statements given. What is the question they are asking? How far is city P from city Q? We don't know where the P is. So it can be here, right? Or it can be in between Q and R also. Okay? How far is city P from city Q? If it is ahead of P, then this total is 43, right? If it is between P, this is 43. So we can't say. So there are 2 possibilities. In the statements, they haven't given the placement of the city P. So, statement 1 and 2 are not sufficient to answer the question. So, D is the right answer. Let's go to the next question. Two statements followed by 4 conclusions are given below. You have to take a statement to be true even if they seem to be at variance from the commonly known facts. Read all the conclusions and decide which of the given conclusions logically follows. Okay? Follow from the statements disregarding the commonly known facts. Okay. Let's go to the statements. All pens are books. In these questions, we have to go through the Venn diagram. Okay? All pens are pens. I am representing pens with P. Okay? All pens are books, they are telling. Okay? No chair is a pen. So, I am writing no chair is a pen. Okay, these are the two statements. What are the conclusions? All chairs are books. All chairs are books. We don't know. So, conclusion 1 is wrong. Right? Some chairs are pens. In the statement 2, they have clearly told that no chair is a pen. So, in this some chairs are pen they are telling, which is a wrong statement. All books are chairs. We don't know whether all books are chairs or not. Okay? This is a wrong statement. No chair is a book. No chair is a book also we don't know. So, none of the above follows. Okay? D is the right answer. Let's go to the next question. 3 statements followed by 3 conclusions are given. You have to take the statements to be true even if they seem to be at variance from the commonly known facts. Read all the conclusions and decide which of the given conclusions logically follows. Okay. Let us go through the statements first. They have given some doctors are teachers. Okay. Some doctors are teachers. Okay. All engineers are engineers. There is a mistake in typing here. Let me check. The statement is all teachers are engineers. Okay? All teachers are engineers. So, all teachers are engineers. The statement 3 is all engineers are scientists. So, these are the statements, right? Let's come to our conclusions. Conclusions. Some scientists are doctors. Yeah, right. All engineers are doctors. All engineers are doctors. We don't know, right? Some engineers are doctors. Yes, some engineers are doctors. Right. So, 1 and 3 are right. So, option C, both conclusions 1 and 3 are right. Okay. Let's go to the next question. 8 students A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H sit around a circular table equal distance from each other. Okay. Let us draw a circle table and facing towards the center. It is 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they are facing the center. Right? Okay. B and D sit neither adjacent to C nor opposite to C. A sits between E and D. So, A sits in between E and D. Right? And F sits in between B and H. So, F sits in between B and H. The remaining are G and C. Right? But in the first line, they have said that B and D sits neither adjacent to C nor opposite to C. So, B and D. So, C, we can't keep C here because it is adjacent to D and it is opposite to B. So, we have to place C here, which is not neither opposite to B or adjacent to B and D. Okay? And we have to place G here. Okay? Let's read the statements. Which of the following is definitely correct? B sits in between A and G. B sits in between A and G? No. C sits opposite to G. C is not sitting opposite to G. This is also wrong answer. E sits opposite to F. E. Where is E? E is sitting opposite to C. So, this is also not a right answer. So, none of the above. D is the right answer. Okay. Let's go to the next question. 5 friends P, Q, X, Y, Z purchased some books. Okay. The relevant information is given below. Okay. Z purchased 8 books more than X. So Z is equal to X plus 8, right? So P and Q together purchased 21 books. So P plus Q is equal to 21 books. Okay. Q purchased 5 notebooks less than P did. Okay. So Q is equal to P minus 5. X and Y together they purchased 28 books. P purchased 5 books more than X did. P is equal to X plus 5, right? We know here Q and P, we go through P and Q. Let's substitute X plus 5 in Q, okay? Q is equal to P minus 5, right? P is equal to X plus 5. Q is equal to X plus 5 minus 5. So Q is equal to X, right? So here P plus Q, we substitute this X and this X plus 5. P plus Q is equal to 21, right? P is X plus 5 and Q is X plus X is equal to 21. So 2X is equal to 21 minus 5, which is 20 minus 5 is 15 and 21 minus 5 is 16, right? X is equal to 8. So we got to know the value of X, which is X is equal to 8. So substitute Z is equal to 8 plus 8, 16. P is equal to X plus 5, which is 8 plus 5, which is 13. And Q is equal to P minus 5. We know the value of P, which is 13, and minus 5, which is 8, right? We got all the options. Y is equal to X plus 5 minus 28. X is 8. So Y is equal to 20. If you add all of this, what he is telling, if each notebook is priced 40, then what is the total cost of all the notebooks? 8 plus 16 plus 13 plus 8 plus 20, which is 65, and 65 into 40, which is 2600. So A is the right answer. Let's go to the next question. 6 persons A, B, C, D, E, F are sitting equidistant from each other around a circular table. So 6 of them are right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let us go to the statements first. B is sitting opposite to D, C and D. Right. B is sitting opposite to C. Right. B is sitting opposite to C. And D is sitting opposite to E, right? F is sitting immediate left to B. So they are facing towards the center. F is sitting immediate left to B. This is the statements they have given. So let us read the question. Who is sitting on the immediate left of A? This is A. They are sitting towards the center. Who is sitting in the immediate left of A? What are the options they have given? Statement 1 alone. 1 alone is not possible, right? Because F place is required to tell the position of A also, right? So statement 2 alone, not. So both statement 1 and 2 are sufficient to answer the question. So C is the right option. Okay. Let's go to the next question. 6 lectures A, B, C, D, E and F, each of 1 hour duration, are scheduled between 8 am to 2 pm. Okay. Questions and 2 given statements. Question, which lecture F is preceded by A and followed by C? So this is a statement actually. Lecture F is preceded by A and followed by C. Okay, and there are 6 lectures, right? There is a possibility of writing here like this. There are no lectures after B. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is no lectures after B. Which of the following correct in respect of question and statement. Let me check with the question. This is wrong, I think. So the question is, which lecture is in third period? Okay, the question is this, not this. Okay, which lecture is in third period? So if you write it like this, F is preceded by A and followed by C. So B is the last lecture, right? So to give this answer, all the two statements are not possible. See, we can write this as CFA like this, and we also can write this as CFAB. So there are possibilities. So we can't say which lectures comes on the third period. So both 1 and 2 are not sufficient to give the answer. Okay. Next question. Let me read out the question. 24 men and 12 women. Okay, 24 men plus 12 women can do a piece of work in 30 days, right? In how many days can 12 men and 24 women, 12 men plus 24 women can do a piece of work? Here they haven't given any relation between the productivity of men and women. So data is inadequate to draw any conclusion. Okay, D is the right answer. Next question. When 70% of a number x is added to another number y. Okay, let me think one as a number. Okay, what is the 70% of x? It is 0.7 of x plus, which is added to another number y. The sum becomes 165% of y. So it is 1.65y, right? Let me solve it. 0.75x is equal to 0.65y. So x by y is equal to 65 by 70, right? And the other statement, when 60% of the number x, which is 0.6x, added to another number z, okay, z, then it becomes 165% of value of z, which is 1.65z. Let me solve it. 0.6x is equal to 0.65z, right? So x by z is equal to 65 by 60, right? So here what are they asking? Which one of the following is correct? Increasing order and decreasing order they are asking about. So y is greater than x and it is greater than z, right? So first option is the right option. Let's go to the other question. Two candidates x and y contested an election and 80% of the voters cast their vote. Okay, 80% cast their vote and there were no valid votes. There was no to option also. X got 50%. Okay, x got 50% of the votes and cast 1 by 1440 votes. What is the total number of voters in the voters list they are asking? So 80% of the voters list, x got 56% and y must be getting remaining 44%, right? What is the gap difference? Difference is 12%, which is the votes won by x, which is 1440, right? So 12%. So 12% is 1440. This 12% is the 80% of the votes which are cast their votes, 80% of the people. So 12% is 1440. What is 100%? So 100% what? 12% is 1440. 12 ones are 12 12s, right? So into 120, here also into 120 you have to do, which is 12,000, right? This 12,000 is 80% of the total words, right? What is the 100% of the total words? Let us calculate. 2 4s are 2 5s are 4 1s are 4 3,000 times. So 5 into 3,000, which is 15,000. So 15,000 is the 100 words, 100% of the words, which is option A is the right answer. Okay. Let us go to the next question. What is the smallest number greater than 1000 that when divided by any one of the numbers 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 leaves a remainder 3? First, let us know the LCM of 6, 9, 12, 15 and 18. So, it is 360. You can check it. Okay, 360 is the LCM of least common multiple of 6, 9, 12, 13, 15 and 18. So, we want a number, smallest number greater than 18. So, let us do the calculation. So, 360 into 3. What is that? 0, 8 and 1 0, right? Right, this is smallest number greater than 1000, but it has to be leaving a remainder of 3. So, this is multiple by all these number. If you want to get a remainder of 3, you have to add 3 plus 3, which is 1083, right? So, C is the correct answer. Let us go to the next question. If 15 into 14 into 13 into 3, so on 3 into 2 into 1 is equal to 3 power m into n, where m and n are positive integers, they are telling. And what is the maximum value of m? Let us write these in 3 powers, okay? 15 into 14 into 13 into 12 into 11 into 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, right? So, 3 we can write off 3 power 1 into 5, right? Here 3 power 1 into 4. Here 3 power 3, right? Sorry, 3 power 2, right? Here 3 power 1 into 2. Here 3 we can write. How many 3's we are getting? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So, 3 power 6 into n. So, the m value is 6. So, B is the right answer. Okay. Next question. What is the value of x in the sequence 2, 12, 13, 80, 150 and x? Let me write this. 2, 12, 36, 80, 150 and x. You have to know the value of x, right? Just read the difference. It is 10. And here the difference is 24. And here the difference is 44. And here the difference is 70, right? So, let us see the difference of these two also. These two, the difference is 14, and these two, the difference is, what is the difference between 44 and 24? It is 20, and the difference between 70 and 44 is 26. Let us see the difference in between these two also. This is 6 and this is 6, and this should be 6. So, the difference should be plus 6, which is 32. And this difference should be 70 plus 32, which is 102, right? So this difference between 150 and this x is 102, which is 150 plus 102, right? Which is 252. The right option is B. Let's go to the next question. One non-zero digit, okay, one non-zero digit which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? And one vowel, it is A, E, I, O, U, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, right? Here it is 9. And one consonant. Consonants are 21 in number, right? From English alphabet are to be used in forming a password such that each password has to start with a vowel, okay? It has to be start with a vowel and end with a consonant, okay? And beach mein you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Any one of these numbers. So what is he asking? How many such passwords can be generated? So how many possibilities are there? 5 possibilities, right? Into 9 and into 21, which amounts to 945 possibilities, okay? So C is the right option, okay? Next, go to the next question. The average weight of A, B and C is 40. A, B, C plus by 3 is equal to 40. So A plus B plus C is equal to 120, right? The average weight of B, D, E is 42. B plus D plus E by 3 is equal to 42. Then B plus D plus E is equal to 42 into 3. 126, right? And the weight of F is equal to B. Okay. What is the average weight of A, B, C, D, E and F? So we need to have A, B, C, D, E and F. From these two we can write it as A plus 2B plus C plus D plus E is equal to 120 plus 126, which is 246, right? Here it is 2B and he is telling that F is equal to B. So here 2B we can write as B and F. So A plus B plus F plus C plus D plus E is equal to 246. They are asking average weight. So how many are there in number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 246 by 6, which is 41. So the answer is C, which is 41 kgs. Okay. So this is the last question for this video. The remaining question will be held in the next video. Thank you.